welcome back. Welcome. Hello. Hi. Yeah, thank you for joining me tonight as we go into a small little rhythm game that was released just recently on Steam on Friday actually. It like as you know from my overlay that I am a big old fan uh of Rhythm Heaven. And so we are getting to the point where people are getting nostalgic about Rhythm Heaven games and are deciding to make their own because Nintendo certainly aren't doing that. So hence Melatonin, a rhythm like one of a rhythm game in which you are performing actions and things to the beat. So it's best just to show you what I mean as I adjust the volume so that you can now actually hear what is going on. There we go. Yep, there we go. You should be able to hear me perfectly fine. And so, this game has real lo-fi beats to chill, study, relax to vibe here, as you can tell from the whole purpleness of everything, and from just the soundtrack. Actually, you can just let's just vibe on this for a minute, shall we? And it is appropriate that this game is developed by Half Asleep Games Limited. Now let's just get straight into it, shall we? And so, yeah, if you're unfamiliar with what a Rhythm Heaven game is, it is like they are basically mini games in which you are doing everyday, if you're doing various things, all set to what's called a particular beat, and you have to try and what's called press A and perform actions to the beat in order to score. It's best I just show it off practically. Let's this is the second chapter here. So in the first chapter, and so the whole conceit of this game is that you're having melatonin dream. You're an insomniac and you're having melatonin dreams. So the first chapter, there we are, right there. And so, and as you can tell, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cups of coffee floating around at the moment. One coffee press, one kettlebell. That kettlebell is not used for making coffees, by the way. And a can of pizza, and just various knickknacks and everything else. Big zoomer energy coming from this person right here. I'm assuming it's a dude. And so in the first chapter, we were dreaming about what were we dreaming about? We were dreaming about food. We were dreaming about food and eating donuts and pizza. We were dreaming about shopping and using our credit card to buy all sorts of things at the shop. We were dreaming about what was the other two things? Playing video games, and we were dreaming about what was the fourth thing from chapter 1? I am blanking. Even though I played this game maybe two days ago just to make sure that it was sound. But, sound, rhythm game, get it? But I am now completely blanking on what that fourth chapter was. But whatever, let's dream about, that was Zen, this is now, let's dream about some exercise. Otherwise, how is everyone going in chat? What games have you been playing recently? I'd like to know. Although, I may be a bit quiet during these sections, so we'll see. Because it's hard to play a rhythm game and to talk at the same time. So we'll see how we go for the talky talk, shall we? I might just restrict my talking to the to in between songs, but then again, these tracks are only like 90 seconds long. I want to say they're typical rhythm game length. In this dream, pay attention to the patterns and repeat them back. Play through the entire practice to get a hang of the harder patterns near the end. That's a little bit, timing's a little bit weird there. Yeah, timing's a little bit weirder than I was expecting. Huh, timing is very weird there. So let me just, there might be something with the, there was also an issue before. But, calibration, this game, I might need to calibrate this or I'm just dumb and not getting this. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Left. Yeah, I think it might just be me, actually. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah, I think it's a little bit late. Like, this whole streaming setup has resulted in a little bit of lag. So, decrease, increase. Let's try for that. This is not a good calibration system, it must be said. Uh-huh. Huh, that's a little bit weird. I might need to do a little bit of finagling here in order to... chapters... Let's go to this tutorial here and just see... And just try and fix things up, because there wasn't any... I wasn't having any issues. 1, 2... Yeah, it might just be... I might just be a dum-dum in that particular level, it seems. Because otherwise it seems... 3, 4... Yeah, I might just be a dum-dum in that particular section and just not getting the beat at all, which, yeah, that might just be on me. Huh. Yeah, I think, yeah. I suspect the game has definitely, the stream has definitely introduced a little bit of, lag here. It's definitely, evident in this particular section. So let's... Isn't this exciting stream content, seeing calibration screens? Huh. Okay, then I wasn't like... Again, it might just be me, I cannot tell at this point. I promise I wasn't like this when I was, cutscene. Let's go for one of the easier levels just to see if it is indeed me or if it is the game here. So, dream about food, dream about shopping, dream about tech, dream about followers. That's what it was. Dream about getting millions upon millions of followers was the thing. Let's just lean in. Let's just slide into this and see where the issues may be. Okay, now it seems to be fine. And of course I'm pressing A to the beat here to shoot the robots, or to perform the things in game here. And I suspect that there isn't a lag issue or calibration issue. I'm just a silly Billy. There we go. So yeah, I suspect it's just me. It's just as you said, Battlefield, it's a skill issue. It's a user issue, is what it is. Otherwise, you're playing Crisis Core. How is that? Like, I never played the original Crisis Core way back when, back on the PSP. I was interested. I was curious to see what a Crisis Core would be like in 2023, and I really did like Final Fantasy VII Remake. And this was something to tie the time between now and when Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2 comes out in what? I want to say April, June, or something like that is when Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2 comes out. I'm blanking on the subtitle that they've given it. Let's see if going for a different minigame may help things out here. This dream has 3 different sound cues you'll want to be familiar with before playing score mode. React to the cues exactly 1 beat after they appear. Oh, I was pushing the wrong buttons there. There you go, because I'm getting the hang of it now. Except they decided to throw around doubles here. There you go. I suspect I'm gonna need to restart that because I was definitely getting the hang of it. Okay, I think I've got the hang of it. So let's dream about work. Something I've done a distressingly high amount of times. Hooray, I got a 3-star on that one. And I'm not sure if you got the the achievement pop up there, but that's the first time I've gotten a 3-star in normal mode because this game is pretty hard, it is pretty demanding in terms of what it wants from you in order to get a 3-star. And so, yeah, I have definitely, I'm sure you, me, everyone has dreamt about work. I've even had moments of deja vu whilst I'm at work. That's how mundane that particular rabbit hole goes. And I'll just say that the beats that I listen to when I'm working are a lot better than the ones here. I mean, these are some good tunes, but I don't go for the lo-fi beats to study slash relax to whilst I'm working. I'm usually listening to more upbeat music, whether it be there are two playlists that I go into, whether it be the Ska playlist or the Final Fantasy XIV Bangers Only playlist. It's why it's why Socken was my most played artist in the Spotify Wrapped in this past particular year. Although, what was it? Belfagor says, yeah, so June 16th. Yeah, so that's what I was thinking. I knew there was a Final Fantasy coming out next year. You are right, though. It is Final Fantasy 16 that is coming out in June. And we just have confirmation that Final Fantasy 7 Remake Part 2, or whatever the subtitle is. We just know that that is a thing that is coming in the future. Let's try hard mode. Let me know what music you listen to whilst you work. Whilst we go through a hard mode here. There we go. So, pretty close to getting a 3-star right there. And so, yeah, that was the hard mode of the song. So, the tempo was just a little bit faster, and there were much more elaborate patterns thrown at me. By the way, let me know how the audio is. I'm jacking up the desktop audio just a little bit, so you can hear the music a little bit more. But let me know, let me know what the audio levels are like at the moment. Whilst we are doing, whilst you do that, we are going into another mode. Let's do another thing here. Let's go back to Dreaming Bad. Let's see, like now we've got the hang of playing with triggers here. Let's try and get pumping. Yeah, we seem to getting more into the groove of things now than we were the first time round. Much more perfect, that's for sure. There we go. And now let's do that for real. Yeah, this is definitely the most Parappa the Rapper in terms of the Simon Says elements. I say this. I was not paying attention during that one, that's for sure. There we go. Now we've got a perfect streak going. Yes, I did do okay, but something is off. Yeah, this game definitely has no chill in terms of critiquing you here. And yeah, like I was saying, yeah, Parappa the Rapper, yeah, some real Simon Says Parappa the Rapper the vibes are accurate from this one. Also, it does also, mind you, I've not played a single lick of Parappa the Rapper, and I believe I've only played the demo level from Jamalami. This is the extent of my knowledge of those particular games. Let's just exit to the map for the time being, and keep on showing off some of these levels, shall we? I think I still have enough to be able to do get the 8 stars required to make it through to the next stage here. Let's dream about money. Though they tend to incur more anxiety dreams in some folks than other folk than normal. Hey, in this dream, simply catch coins on beat. Watch out for the lightning though; it'll make things a bit trickier. I'm not sure if you're picking it up if you're listening to this on TV speakers, you might not be picking this up, but there is a subtle thing going on of the coin chimes coming in from the appropriate side that you're of the stereo scape that you're supposed to pick it. Those are words. That's a sentence for sure. If you're supposed to pick out from the left side, the sound will come from the left ear, and vice versa for the right ear. That's what I'm trying to say. Yes, more money speed, please. Oops. Ooh, so close to a 3-star there. Still, that song was pretty vibing. I'll say that much. And I'll generally say that for the songs in this game is that like it is of a particular thing for sure. And this game, like I said, does exude some massive zoomer energy. But at least the zoomer energy results in some sick beats. I wouldn't call them sick. These beats aren't sick. They are vibing, is what they are. Let's do a hard mode of this, shall we? We've unlocked it. Once we've got at least 1 star, let's aim for 2 at least. There we go. So, 21 lates, 12 misses, and those misses were, of course, just me, just pressing the wrong side. And so, like, maybe would it be worth, biasing the calibration so that, to veer towards, later? Let's give it a go, shall we? Let's just, like, not go too deep with the calibration, just go, like, say, 5 milliseconds. Because it seems like that is the, difference there. Let's talk about dating. The worst possible game out there. This dream only has one pattern to learn, but try to pay attention to the notes being used as they will determine what direction you'll be swiping. Those are gonna be like those those 6 beats are gonna be weird. Let's give it a go, shall we? Huh. And so I was just thinking whilst I was playing through the earlier levels, and that like this game doesn't, like, as tough as it is on timing and the number of perfect notes that it asks on you, it doesn't quite ramp up the the in-level difficulty of throwing in obstacles or real what's called curveball modifiers. This is the first level where we've sort of seen that with the where the what's where the screen goes goes slants up and down, and then you have to purely rely on the beat and timing as opposed to relying on the visuals. This is the first level that's really done it to that extent, and it's something that Rhythm Heaven does a lot more with, actually. Like, it's a pretty regular feature on every level. Indeed, like, this is then indeed what this did here was very reminiscent of the classic Rhythm Heaven level Lockstep, which is the thing that is adorning the the margins of this here particular stream shot. And so yeah, I was just curious of how this game takes inspiration from Rhythm Heaven, where it decides to pick up and where it decides to deviate and do its own thing. And also, this person is swiping at 4:07 a.m. I'm not sure if you can see that on the stream, but kudos to them. Anyways, let's do hard mode. There we go. And so, and like I said, even though I've only had admittedly 6 missed notes out of 35, 6 missed notes out of 35, which is what, 15 to 20%. It's still, I can sort of see why it's picking me that hard. But then again, the requirement for to be able to get 3 stars is like, it'd be like 90% perfection. That's pretty high. I don't think even Rhythm Heaven is that particular strict. When I have insomnia at like I've definitely had insomnia at 4 a.m. where I've not been able to get back to sleep. I usually just load up YouTube videos to try to fall asleep to. So something like, I don't know, like Bob Ross videos or watchmaking videos or things like that. Like things that I can definitely put in the background, focus on, and just fall asleep to. There was a period of time when I had real hard insomnia when I was using like full sleep soundscapes. But indeed those times I was still also using melatonin. I did not have any weird dreams, not that I recall, but apparently melatonin dreams are an actual thing, so who knows? Hi Josh. True crime podcasts are also something to fall asleep to. Indeed, you're not wrong. It probably hits the same ASMR notes as something like a Bob Ross video or a Rich Watch Revival thing. And Apollo, be thankful that you have not ever had to use dating apps, because they are the blurst. Let's do this level here, which is the Rhythm Heaven remix situation that goes on here. Ooh, just eked out a 2-star there. I will take it. And so with that, we exit the map and we'll end up going through to chapter 3. But before we do that, actually no, we've still got time before we go to break. And yeah, so yeah, like those are always a highlight of Rhythm Heaven, was the remix levels without jamming 4 things to jamming the preceding 4 levels together and expect you to keep up the entire time. So I'm glad that this game keeps up with that particular tradition. Hey. And I got an achievement unlocked there, Under Pressure. I'm awake. Next day, or next night rather. Oh, good to see him doing his meditation there. That is something I probably should do more of as well. And also the traditional falling asleep whilst you're meditating. Which is why I never do it lying down. So what are we dreaming about this time? We're dreaming about time, mind, space, and nature. Let's start off with some time, shall we? In this dream, pay attention to the sounds being made when clocks enter and exit the incoming portals. Hold down the action button to pull back your bat when you hear the right cue. Release it to the swing. The timing circle will guide you through that. Ooh, if I keep on missing the beat there. Two, 3, and 4. It's the and 4 that I need to hit it. And 4. I've completely whiffed on that one. Let's try that again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. I'm pretty sure there were levels in Rhythm Heaven. I'm doing a lot of comparisons to Rhythm Heaven here, aren't I? Where they did go for an and 4 what's called action there. And yes, the action button is indeed the best action. It's where all the action lives. I believe was it Metal Gear Solid that would have been the first game where everyone was exposed to the phrase action button? Possibly. I'm sure there are definitely games before that, but that's the main one that sticks out of my mind. And I didn't even cotton on to the absurdity of the Colonel being stoic and serious and doing military stuff, and also mentioning the action button. Oops, completely missed that clock. Oh, completely missed that one again. Yeah, there's a lot of early ones on that one. Let me just take away this particular spam thing here. Let me... How do I ban this user? Timeout. There you go. One user banned. Where did I put? I'm glad that I can get the attention of chatbots. All the chatbots are welcome here, as well as fleshy human viewers. And yes, I believe they are sleeping with the hoodie on because that is aesthetic, just like the rest of this game. And then it's like a little blanket for your head. But mind you, I'm the kind of person that I definitely need all the air flowing around me. If I am to fall asleep, I am not sleeping in hoodies. Thank you very much. This stream requires you to react on every beat. Pay close attention to the rhythm of the music. There is also a cue to let you know when to react on the offbeat. I'm getting very sleepy. So very sleepy. And you are falling deep into the spell of this dream. And whilst under this trance, you will like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Actually, I haven't done, I usually try to do the call outs at the half-hour point, but forgot to do that. Hello, hi, my name is Don, otherwise known as Ann. But if you like what you've been watching, do consider giving this channel a follow. If you love what you're watching, maybe consider giving a subscription to this here channel. Either way, whether you're a subscriber, a follower, or just a lurker, or someone in the background, even a chatbot, your presence here is very much appreciated. So with that, let's go into score mode for this hypnosis mode. I was I was close to like I was doing pretty well in the first part of first part of that song, but then the speed ups happened, and then everything happened, and I just got thrown completely off the beat. And so let's try hard mode. Ooh, so close to a 3-star right there. So close. I was just thinking like during that song though. Remember back in the like 80s and 90s how celebrity hypnosis was kind of the rage, where like you'd have what's called random people called up into the stage, hypnotized by the hypnotizer. They'd be out like a light, and then suddenly they are told to act like a chicken, and they'll act like a chicken. I don't think real hypnosis, or at least conventional hypnosis, works like that, or to that potency. Mind you, I've never been hypnotized in my entire life, and I've not really looked too hard into hypnosis. But I suppose it's more of it's a trance sort of thing where it's a trance thing, lower your inhibitions, and then get you to open up more or be more willing to partake in certain behaviors, like acting like a chicken, for instance. Nonetheless, yeah, but remember that time when there were actual TV specials of that sort of thing, where you'd be laughing at people acting like chickens or whatnot? Nowadays, you get that for free on TikTok and YouTube Shorts, which are basically just stolen TikToks. You don't need any celebrity hypnotizer for that. People will act like chickens of their own volition. Just look at the chickens that decided to attack the Washington Capitol on the 6th of January. Anyways, wasn't expecting to go in that particular direction. Let's exit to the map, shall we? We are basically close to the hour point, so it seems like a good time to take a break. So I'll be back in about, let's say 5 minutes. There'll be a minute of advertisements just to make sure that anyone coming in for the next 20 minutes doesn't have to put up with ads. So thank you for your service. Otherwise, I'll be back in about 5 minutes as we go through some more Melatonin. BRB. Hello and welcome back to the Unmute Zone, and welcome back to Melatonin. So, we've tackled time and mind. Let's go to space. And by the way, the trivia command has popped up a question in chat. Daisuke Pixel Amaya was the sole developer of which seminal indie platformer? Answer now. Otherwise, let's practice some space here, shall we? In this stream, you'll be given 3 patterns to determine how long your ship will need to charge up before liftoff. Hold down the action button to charge it up and release it to launch. I am ready for score mode. And so, okay, so it seems like we've got to do... There are some on the 4 beats, some that are 2 beats long, and some which are 7 beats long? I believe it was, yeah, I believe it was 7 beats. Yeah. We'll see. Here's a 7 beat. It's a shame that, that space exploration is basically going to be kneecapped by about 10 years because Elon Musk is having a tantrum. It seemed like maybe 2 years ago, during lockdown especially, I was way keen on the progress of SpaceX and sending people, having flights up to the International Space Station and back. Oh, it seemed so great and so optimistic. And then the whole Elon-ness of everything has happened over the past 2 years, it's been a slow motion explosion for the past 5 years, but especially the past couple of months, that's for sure. And even then, we're hearing reports that SpaceX was a company that succeeded in spite of Elon Musk, and that a lot of the job responsibilities of the managers would be to manage Elon. Like, he'd come in with some pie in the sky, wonderful idea, and then I had to direct him and say, "Oh yeah, that's absolutely great. Like, great, absolutely. Keep on working. Yeah, yeah, keep on going. Absolutely great, great. Everything's going great over here." Yeah, like, apparently that was a lot of what managers would be doing over at SpaceX. Just doing the thing that they need to do, happily taking Elon's money, but ultimately just ignoring everything that he has said. Unfortunately, there aren't those folks at Twitter that can do that. Indeed, they seem to be well, there isn't anyone there anymore to defy his orders. I'm surprised that something like that hasn't happened in SpaceX. Though, mind you, SpaceX does have there are reports of some less than ideal working conditions. Let's just say that much. Let's go hard mode. Don't know why I missed that particular ship. A whole bunch of lates, but whatever, we managed to make it to 2 stars. I'll take it. Although we will need to... Oh, we've still got one more. But either way, unless we get a 3-star on nature, we're gonna have to repeat time in order to get the 8 stars required to make it to the remix stage. So let's get our heads out of the clouds and let's return to nature, shall we? This dream has only 2 patterns to learn. To differentiate them, pay attention to how many sound cues you hear and when they are presented to you. Tap the action button to water sprouts. Hold it down to soak them. They weren't kidding about there only being 2 patterns. Let's just plow straight on through, shall we? wasn't paying attention there at all. Managed to get 2 stars in spite of everything. Also got shoutouts to how passive aggressive. I not passive aggressive, like how sad it is to see just like the 2/3 filled speech bubble there. Oh, it just makes you feel for the plants now, doesn't it? It's very hard mode. Oof, I wasn't even paying attention to that one. Oh, like, and they are going super hard. Like, it's not even giving the speech bubble there. Oof, I am not in the mind state to be able to do that on hard mode. Alright, I'm still so sad about the plants that are gonna die in the previous level. Oh, let's do time again. And it's all in the 3 and the 4 that I need to hold the action button for this one, right? Oof. Doing a little bit better this time around. There we go. Keep it up! Yes, keep the clocks up in the air as you swing at them with your baseball bat with early or late timing. Cool. We've got our we've got the 8 stars that we need in order to tackle the remix. Let's do this. There's some happy plants there. Exit to start the next scene. That was great. And so yeah, like, so that is the third night. I believe there is one more night after this. Heck, we might even be able to beat this game in a single night. Well, beat, disregarding the fact that I did the first night a couple of nights ago. Night. Anyways, it's about the half-hour point. Hello, my name is Don, otherwise known as Bear. We are streaming some Melatonin here. If you like what you've been watching, do consider giving this channel a follow. If you love what you've been watching, maybe consider giving this channel a subscription. It'll help keep things moving around here. Either way, whether you're a subscriber, whether you're what's called a follower, whether you're just hanging around and waiting for the next trivia question, your presence is very much appreciated here. Speaking of, let me know what you think about this game so far. Like, does this game vibe with you? Like, were you a big fan of Rhythm Heaven back in the day? And does this game appear to scratch that particular itch for you? Let me know in the chat. There. And that's the thing with that's the danger with falling asleep to YouTube videos, isn't it? Because everything might be calm and tranquil, then suddenly you get a loud ad for gambling or something like that. What's our man doing here? He is deep into the energy drinks. Oh, that's a lot of energy drinks that are floating around at the moment. Desperation hours for him here. This is going to be an interesting night. Dream about stress. Dream about the past. Desires. Dream about the future. This is going to be this is going to be a not at all, this is not going to be a not at all depressing night, isn't it? Like, as for, like, playing YouTube videos to fall asleep to, like, I've installed an extension on my iPad, which, basically blocks ads on YouTube and blocks autoplay as well, so if I get it significantly improves the YouTube experience. Actually, like, the weird thing is, like, as much, like, the worst kind of, like, I found that Bob Ross videos are actually the least ideal to fall asleep to, because 27 and a half minutes of that video is just him talking softly, the kind of thing that you'd perfectly fall asleep to. And then the theme song kicks in at the end, and that always jolted me awake, hearing that guitar tune of the Bob Ross theme song, or whatever that show is actually called. Let's just call it the Bob Ross show. Like, it always was kind of the worst kind of video to fall asleep to. Indeed, like, there was around during lockdown that I also fell asleep to the Steve MRE videos. Even though he had a theme song that topped and tailed his videos, I still didn't jolt up to them because they were always, like, low tone. They weren't high piercing. They were better videos to fall asleep to. Having said that, the loud crickly crackling of him tearing open an MRE or something like that, that's not exactly as soothing to sleep to, hey. Speaking of, yeah, speedrun sleep. I do that all the time. I sleep, and then I wake up 30 minutes later. Speedrun! That's how that works, right? This stream has 3 cues. They let you know whether to jump left, right, or upwards on the next beat. This is gonna be an interesting one for sure. I'm ready for score mode. Yeah, that's gonna be an interesting one, like, especially like, because I don't think this sound, the three sounds are distinct enough, so I'm definitely gonna have to rely on visual cues for this. We'll see. Flammable and inflammable mean the same thing? What a country! Great, keep it up. I get it. Keeping climbing up. But yeah, like, I got too distracted by the Simpsons reference I had to make there and completely stumbled over the first section. Flammable and inflammable mean the same thing? What a country! There we go. There's the Simpsons reference right there. Yeah, like, I don't think I've ever had a stress dream that involved climbing up an infinite volcano before. Weirdly, my stress dreams involve like, missing a flight. That's the weird thing that keeps on popping up. Or being late for a particular thing. Mind you, I say this, but also I'm the one that's very much late to everything. Managed to somehow stumble into a 2-star on that one. Wasn't expecting that, not at all. But speaking of lava, like for some reason I watched a bunch of Floor is Lava the other day. It is an entirely silly premise, an entirely silly show. It is very American in its reality contest TV-ness of it all, and the host is one of the more irritating ones out there. I have no idea who. I have no idea the kinds of photos he would have to have on the producers in order to score that hosting role. But then again, I couldn't help but just get sucked into it. That's just the power of a very silly show like that. Probably should have, spent my reality TV show points on something a lot more, fulfilling. Like, I don't know, RuPaul's Drag Race or something like that. I've heard very good things about, Lizzo's, I forget the name, Give It Up for the Big Girls or something like that. The one where she's trying to find new backup dancers for her contest or something like that. I've heard very good things about that reality TV show. But the one that keeps on being played as the thing to watch is RuPaul's Drag Race. And indeed, like, I've watched one season of that, and it's pretty good fun, is what it is. Like that, indeed, like, I don't indulge in any of the other reality TV shows. I'm not a MasterChef person. I'm certainly not a My Kitchen Rules person by no stretch of the imagination. I really liked The Amazing Race. Back when I was still watching free-to-air television, that was just some good TV right there. Like, indeed, like, even though it played all into the tropes, it established the tropes for a lot of American reality TV, but it was still just good fun because, they got the production right. They had expert casting. They had, even just the novelty of seeing all these around the world destinations. It was just a good time. It was just a good watching time, is what it was. Let me know what reality shows do you watch? Do you have any guilty pleasures, or are you proud of watching, I don't know, Real Housewives of this, that, and everything else as we go into the past? When you hear a camera flash in the stream, open the lighter by holding the action button. There are 3 different sounds to determine how long you should keep your lighter open for. Oh, we're just burning our past here. 3 beats? What's up with that? Though the question is he burning remnants of the past that he wants to forget about, or is he burning the evidence? Yeah, just I've not watched actual television in a good long while. It's all streamed. Even then, like, streaming in the form of television, like, you can still certainly get your reality TV fix on YouTube. That's for sure. Like, I definitely, like, one of my old housemates. He spent a good couple of months binging Korean reality TV shows. The Running Man, I believe, was the one that he particularly watched. This was one where he, what did he, like, it was just, like, B-list to D-list Korean, celebrities doing challenges, basically. Well, it's on all of it on location. It was kind of like a miniature Amazing Race in that regard. I didn't join him for any of the episodes, so I can't tell you the quality of the show. I just know that it was very popular, and he had a real good time watching it. And it's all still on YouTube, I want to say. Will I be able to make it to 2 stars? Yep, should be able to make it to 2 stars. There we go. Two and a half stars sounds about right. And yeah, like, Taskmaster is one of the shows that I know I should get around to watching, because and I've seen the clips I've seen, I certainly enjoy, but I think that's a thing that stopped me from diving into it, because I couldn't find the episodes on YouTube, because the official Taskmaster channel did upload all the episodes, but you had to be in America or Britain or something like that in order to watch them. In Australia, we didn't have access to these to the full episodes of Taskmaster. But then again, I just might not have been looking hard enough for the full episodes. I'm sure that they are readily accessible on YouTube. And even then, they're all on SBS nowadays, so no, yeah, Josh, you're right. The content is not available in your country. And yes, I do have a VPN, so I could just load up, take a holiday to America and watch Taskmaster that way. Indeed, maybe that's something I should do tonight. And yeah, Apollo, I figure that someone has uploaded all of Taskmaster to YouTube, and so if I searched harder, I probably would have been able to look it up that way. Otherwise, yeah, like that's the thing about British shows as well, that they don't really care that they've all been uploaded to YouTube. Like, they've like one show I was watching, one British quiz show that I was watching, Only Connect. For the longest time, someone was just and indeed one of the writers was just uploading episodes to their YouTube channel like the day after they were released. Recently, the BBC has started clamping down on that, and so there are alternative ways for that what's called uploaded to for me to be able to watch episodes of Only Connect from that uploader. But then things like Mastermind, things like University Challenge, those just go up on YouTube with nary a care in the world. And yes, Only Connect was a very good British quiz show, because it makes me feel immaculately dumb as well, because the whole conceit of Only Connect is that you're given, like, say, 4 seemingly distinct things, and that you need to try and find the connection between them. As in, I'm just gonna look up a random Only Connect thing and see if you can find the connection between the 4 things. Let's see if I can find a like, for example, so I'll give you 4 things: a hammer and a feather, 6 US flags, Eugene Shoemaker's ashes, 2 golf balls. What is the thing that connects those 4 things? A hammer and a feather, 6 US flags, Eugene Shoemaker's ashes, and 2 golf balls. What is the big thing? What is the thing that connects those 4 things? I'll give you maybe all of, let's say, 30 seconds to try to answer that, and not look it up on Google Images, which is how I found the thing. Yeah, I think but the thing is, though, with Only Connect, it's no longer being uploaded to YouTube. They are now being uploaded to Daily Motion. I will send you the link later, Apollo, just of how to access it. Yeah, like, they're uploaded to Daily Motion, and you need to know the password in order to, so you need a private link, and you need to know the password. Otherwise, they're all there, ready to go. And yeah, like as you say, Josh, Big Fat Quiz is another one of those that are constantly uploaded to YouTube. I would also expect the same thing about what's it called? 8 out of 10 cats does countdown. Although, having said that, SBS2 is basically turned into 80% 8 out of 10 cats does countdown. So if I wanted to watch one of those episodes, I just stick it on. I'll just tune on SBS, and I have an 80% chance of stumbling into an episode. Mind you, I'm the kind of dork that watched 8 out of 10 cats does countdown for the countdowniness of it all. I would always fast forward through past the past the dictionary desk does comedy bits for some reason. Like, I was just there for the game show part of it. Thank you very much. And yeah, and so eventually, Apollo, I can sort of get that sense. Like, you see a block of 8 out of 10 cats does count down, and you get the gimmick. And also, there's only so much of Jimmy Carr's laugh that I could put up with in a single block without having that particular thing drill itself deep into my mind. Otherwise, and that's the thing as well. Like, you'd think that Britain would have a deep comedy pool, but a lot of the dictionary corner skits were just kind of, yeah, it's just prop comedy is what it was. And yeah, like, even as a occasional partaker of prop comedy for on the level, for the on the level segments on New Game Plus, it was just, yeah, you could do better. Like, these people are being paid, presumably. You'd think that they'd be able to do that, but no, whatever. Indeed, like, and by the way, the answer, by the way, to that only connecting, a hammer and a feather, 6 US flags, Eugene Shoemaker's ashes, and 2 golf balls, those are all items that were left on the moon. Like I said, I feel exceptionally dumb when I watch Only Connect. I bask in the, in the abstract genius and the sheer dorkiness of the teams on that show as they manage to pull such abstractions out of here and find the connection between them. And occasionally when I do get like one answer correct per episode, I feel like a gosh darn genius when I do. Either way, we are streaming a game here, aren't we? Meanwhile, like the thing I want to do, the thing I wanted uploaded to YouTube are episodes of Jeopardy. Because that was one of the other quiz shows I got deep into during lockdown. And for a while, Netflix was able to satisfy that because they'd upload just random blocks from, like, say 3 years ago, and that is such a timeless show that it doesn't matter what order you're watching in, though that kind of changed with Alex Trebek's passing. But no, I'm pretty sure that people are uploading episodes of Jeopardy to YouTube the day after, only for them to get taken down like a week after. And I'm sure, like, there are ways. Like, there is always a way to watch these quiz shows on YouTube. You just got to know where to look. I clearly did not know where to look. What I do know is that I need to try hard mode. Oh, so close to a 3-star on that one. So close. And sometimes I feel like a genius, forget a few questions only to realize I've watched it. I suppose, but like, oh yeah, like I haven't fallen into that trap yet. I haven't stumbled into repeats of Only Connect. But having said that, isn't medium and long-term memory a form of genius, possibly? And isn't that basically just how to win a pub trivia night, is just be able to draw from that long-term memory? Admittedly, the kind of knowledge that Only Connect provides, not as useful for pub trivia nights, but it's still just good fun to watch as well. And what's called the host, I forget her name, Victoria something something. She's the partner of David Mitchell, but she is also very good at what she does, especially when she is gently chastising the massive dorkery that is happening on her show by the panelists themselves. Victoria Corin Mitchell, that is her name. And again, she is very good at her role. The claw will make 2 sounds in the stream when it slides to the right. These sounds indicate when to grab an item by holding the action button. Similarly, it'll make 2 sounds when it slides left. These sounds indicate when to release the item into the prize chute. That's an interesting one. And yeah, same with same as you, what's called Buffalo. I do like it when video games occasionally pop up on these quiz shows. I found video games popped up semi-regularly as a genre through Australian Mastermind. Like, I especially remember one episode where someone in they rocked up in full Skyrim cosplay, because Skyrim was their specialty question, but they rocked up in full Skyrim cosplay as part of their thing. I want to say they even won that episode as well. So, yeah, like, look that up on SBS On Demand if you get to, I think it's like first season or second season of Mastermind, where like one specialty is Skyrim. But yeah, they did a fantastic job. Actually, if you want to see, like, Josh, you raised Jeopardy, that pops up as well, and I've definitely shared in the New Game Plus Discord the times when video games have popped up on Jeopardy. But if you want a fun time, look up the round of Jeopardy where the clue was where the category was all American football related, and these dorks got none of the questions correctly, and Alex Trebek was not giving them any respect for it either. Look it up on you. Oh, after the stream, of course. Maybe I'll load up the desktop after I do this. I'll try and find that clip, because it is good value, is what it is. Oh, I'm just gonna restart here. Didn't realize that I'd get the 1-2 step so quick. As the first one there. you can tell this is a dream what's called crane game because it is not absolutely rigged. That is the stuff of fiction and dreams right there. Belphegor, you say that Skyrim would be tough because there's so many random books. Indeed, it would be. But in this case, I believe the questions weren't as focused on the lore books. They were focused on either the main story and the what's called and the societies that exist within, or they were focused on mechanics. I can't remember, but I remember the questions being kind of not too deep down the iceberg, if that makes sense. Which kind of makes sense as well, given the researchers only have so much time to write these questions. Unless you have a real Skyrim dork on the as part of the writing crew. Oh, that's pretty easy 2 stars right there. No, you're right, Josh. Yeah, like they rocked up in full Daedric armor. I don't ask me what Daedric armor is because I've played all of. I can tell you exactly how much Skyrim I've played based on my Steam thing. I've played exactly 3.8 hours of Skyrim. That is so much more Skyrim than I remember ever playing. Maybe I left it on the background or something like that. But yeah, as soon as the game starts to throw giant spiders at me, no, thank you. Maybe I just do need to install the mod that replaces spiders with bears or something like that. But yeah, like I'll try to load up where are we? Let's load up a private window here. Welcome back to this stream. Hello, hi, my name is Don, otherwise known as Anbear. Thank you all for joining me on this Sunday evening, Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time, for some melatonin. By the way, the answer to that trivia question, what is the Konami code and what does it earn you? What did it first earn you? The answer, of course, is up, down, left, right, BA start. And it was first introduced in the game Gradius, in which if you were to enter the code, it'll give you a full set of power-ups at once. It definitely became popularized in Contra, where it gave you 30 lives. But Contra came out in when did it come out? It came out in 1987, whilst Gradius came out in 1986. And so that first is the stickler. To be honest, if I were asking that in a pub trivia context, I would say what is like I would accept. I would phrase the question in a way where I would incorporate the Contra-ness of it all. So like, the question would be something like, say, in the game Contra, if you were to enter the Konami code, what would it give you? Would be the hard one, or the easier version of that question would be something like, say, in the game Contra, what is the code that in the game Contra, what is the code that you enter to get 30 bonus lives? Or if I want to make it even easier, in the Konami game Contra, what is the yada 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 yada? And so yeah, look, there are definitely lots of levers that you can pull if you want to make a trivia question easier or if you want to make it harder. In this case, I decided to make it devilishly difficult and go full pedantry in the true spirit of one Jeopardy and Alex Trebek. Although, so with all that out of the way, let's return to this particular game, shall we? And let's dream about, we've dreamt about stress, we've dreamt about the past, we've dreamt about desires, let's dream about the future. And hopefully get our guy out of his funk here. In this dream, aliens will be beamed down in different patterns, repeat back the patterns by shooting lasers in the left, middle, and right lanes. So this is another Simon Says. With full synthwave soundtrack here. This should be fine. Yeah, I'm ready for score mode, so hopefully should be ready for 2-star mode. Yeah, Josh, like, that's the thing with trivia, is that, like, you want to try and phrase the question. I've run into this trap so many times. You want to phrase the question to eliminate any sense of ambiguity. Like, you definitely want to try to keep the question, yeah, you want to keep the questions as precise as possible, so they don't have to be the nice guy or the villain decide, yeah, that's an acceptable answer, or no, I am not accepting that question. And hello there, Soul. Hello there, Soul. And I thought that was a Christmas emote that you were that you had there. Maybe that is a Christmas emote? Yes, it is a Christmas emote, and it is germane since we are literally 1 week away from the Christmas. 'Tis the season. I should be having an old Christmas playlist for the break music, shouldn't I? But instead I decided to go to the theme of Dream because that's this whole game's thing, isn't it? Let's go into score mode. Let's shoot some aliens. I'm going to be silent during the music because definitely needs to make sure I'm on beat here. But that isn't your stream playing up, that is the glitch. That is intentional glitching on the game's part. Hooray! A 3-star performance. Not a first on this stream, but a second on the stream for sure. And I get this is like this is definitely the most conventional rhythm heaven sort of level. And no, yeah, Josh, there's I can definitely see the what how you get Thumper from this as well. That's that sort of lane sort of thing. You know what a really good rhythm game is? Thumper. By God, that was a fantastic rhythm game, and just evocative and eerie and spooky and just alright, just unsettling. It was fantastic. It was a fantastic experience for sure. And yeah, Mountaineer Blue, what's it called? There are no wrong answers, only the answers I'm looking for. Yeah, maybe I should, what's it called? Like, I should have that caveat. But thing is, like, the main context that I'm writing trivia questions for is for the nerd quiz show that we do at PAX every year. And in that case, we get to like both my co-host and I, Alice and I, we can be as antagonistic as we want to. So we definitely we could lean harder into the heel role. It's just generally more entertaining that way too. Soul. There has definitely been some Mariah Carey on blast in this particular household. Thank you very much. Although it took me all of 17. It took me all of 17 days to lose Whamageddon. Whamageddon is of course the game where you try to avoid hearing or being exposed to Last Christmas by Wham. I lost because I was at a suburban carols by candlelight last night, and of course one of the songs they had to play was Last Christmas by Wham. So rip and rips Whamageddon. I lasted 17 whole days. Let's do the hard mode for this particular level, shall we? Let's see if we can also follow up our 3 stars in normal with 3 stars in hard. Just vibe along. Sing along the words if you know them. I think we got a 3-star. Yeah, we just barely eked out a 3-star. Go team, go. Just about perfect, they say. And so with that, I believe we are about to hit the final level. Yeah, because we have... we have 4 chapters. This is the 4th chapter, and we are about to hit the end of the 4th chapter. So, let's remix. Hooray! Let's exit to start the next scene. I believe this may be the end. This may be the end of Melatonin. Let's find out together. And hopefully our main character has a better day than he's had this day. Morning, for once. And our man has managed to get a little bit of sleep, it seems like. Nope, we've got another world to go through, it seems. Oh, nice little happy beach here. Is there anything else we can do on this beach other than go into the sun? Nope. Guess we have to go into the sun. And yeah, so this is, yeah, if you're not familiar with this is Melatonin, which is a rhythm game in the style of, Rhythm Heaven, those games for the, Nintendo platforms. And yeah, like, it is very much lo-fi rhythm, it is the title of lo-fi rhythm games to study/relax to. Uh-oh. Let's see what this is like. Let's see what my recall is of all these levels. Somehow, I don't think I'm gonna get 2 stars on this one. Or 3 stars, even. Yes, these are all the levels. Seems like our man's waking up though. Our man's getting out of his funk. Do we want to try hard mode? Let's see how hard mode intensifies things. Great, managed to get 2.5 stars on the hard mode of this, of what is, let's just call it the, as much of a boss battle as you can get from a rhythm game. Oh yeah, sure, so I should have said like the concept of this game is that, like, or like the flavor of this game is that you are playing an insomniac who is having melatonin dreams, and this is what he's dreaming about. He's dreaming about food, he's dreaming about online dating, he's dreaming about exercise, he's dreaming about the future and stresses and dreams and things like that. Let's see how our man's story ends. And things are looking slightly up for him. He managed to get a little bit of sleep. And so that, folks, is Melatonin, developed by Half Asleep. Like, I am a sucker. Like, I've said it multiple times, and you can tell from the general flavor of the overlay going on here. but I am a sucker for Rhythm Heaven. It is one of my favorite franchises out there because it is such a fun, happy, good time. And so I will happily encourage any game that takes inspiration from it and runs off and it does its own thing. And indeed, this game certainly does its own thing with the Rhythm Heaven formula for sure. Like, actually, I wouldn't say it does it, like, at least in terms of concept, because the world of Rhythm Heaven is endlessly optimistic. It is a giddy, happy-go-lucky time. Yeah, you see a little bit more darkness in terms of, like, sure, the first world was him dreaming about rather whimsical things, like dreaming about getting billions of followers and dreaming about shopping. But then you see as the insomnia catches up, as the melatonin dreams get weirder, he starts dreaming about just more down to earth, more of the issues that sort of like the things that are keeping him up at night. It culminates in the fourth night where he is like chugging on mental energy and dreaming about stress and dreaming about the future and worrying about money and things like that. But but in terms of like whether it's so I appreciate like the flavor that it's given here, and like the lo-fi beats that generally make up the soundtrack. They are a good distinction from the Rhythm Heaven itself. Indeed, the lo-fi beats that this game offers are pretty gosh darn good. Having said like when it comes down to actual rhythm heavening, when it comes down to the actual rhythm games here, they are a little bit hit and miss. There's definitely a weirdness to the difficulty curve. Like the first level, food, it should be the easiest thing in town, but it is strangely difficult. But in that case, like the developers decide to prioritize flavor over function. They've decided to prioritize the story over giving a gentle difficulty ramp, something that Rhythm Heaven doesn't have to compete with because there is no story in Rhythm Heaven. It's just a string of levels, so they can completely control the difficulty curve in that regard. And I feel like the timing is a little bit off. Like it doesn't feel as precise. Like on one hand, it doesn't feel as precise as you'd expect from a rhythm game. On the other, it is weirdly strict in terms of what it demands from you, especially if you want to get 3 stars. Like you basically have to be operating at like 95% accuracy in order to get the 3 stars. Mind you, the game, you don't need to get 3 stars to progress. You still need to get 2 stars though. And as you saw on this stream, like even I was struggling to get 2 stars at particular points. So for a game that is pretty lo-fi and pretty chill, it is oddly stressful in some regard. But overall, like I think it succeeds. It does succeed ultimately in channeling what Rhythm Heaven was going for way back when, and it does successfully implement its own flavor with this purple hue over everything. So I generally like it. I had a good time with Melatonin. And if you are a Rhythm Heaven dork, I'd certainly consider adding this game to your library, whether it be now, whether it be on sale, up to you. But if only to encourage more Rhythm Heaven likes in this world, because like I said earlier in the stream, it's not like Nintendo will be touching Rhythm Heaven anytime soon, especially after this supposed failure of WarioWare Get It Together, which God, WarioWare Get It Together. But we are ultimately in a golden age of we may be at the tail end of a new golden age of rhythm games, but we are still within sort of the midst, if not the afterglow, of a golden age of rhythm games. And Melatonin is a healthy addition to that particular oeuvre as well. And so yeah, that's Melatonin. Thank you very much for joining me and in experiencing this particular game. Let's see what else is floating around here. So if I go to continue, it will just push me towards the final boss. Yeah, it'll just push me to the final boss level, the morning rather. Otherwise, you got night 1, night 2, night 3, night 4, where I can do everything else. Let's return to the title screen here. But before we do that, before we put an end to this stream, I promised a little bit more Jeopardy. So after I play around with the settings here to do the audio. By the way, there are accessibility like the calibration tool could use some improvements. Otherwise, there are some accessibility tools here in terms of like if you're finding the game a little bit too strict in terms of its timing requirements. You got the visual assist, so you can just you can get that timing circle no matter where. You got an audio assist, so you basically get a metronome whenever you want. You get the wiggle room, where it increases the timing window required for a perfect, which if I were chasing achievements, I would turn that on and just cheese my way to a perfect. And easy scoring, your score gets penalized less for early and late hits, whatever. So yeah, there are accessibility options if you want to definitely just push your way through the story. And so it feels like that should be the default for Melatonin, and that like if you wanted to go full esports mode, that should be the toggle. Like it should be what's called like chill mode, esports mode, basically. Chill mode, awesome mode. But yeah, that is Melatonin. Yeah, I definitely miss the golden age of WarioWare Soul. You and me both. At least we still have WarioWare Gold on the 3DS as one last memento. By the way, if we are ranking WarioWare Gold, WarioWare games, I would put WarioWare Wii first off because like that was my first exposure to WarioWare. But otherwise, it was more like on top of Wii Sports, it was the perfect use case for the Wii remote. I might try to find a functioning Wii and dust that off at some point because WarioWare was a real good fun time.